Well, hello, my YouTube friends and family. So today's books we have are Harlequin American Romances. Hold on a minute. My backdrop of my paper bag don't stand up. So, anyways, the first book is called Outside In, and this is by Beverly Sommers. This is Harlequin American Romance 331, and this is a 1990. They got lots of different kinds of romances. This has got some spots of aging, them yummy age pages. Anyways, so this is what the book is about. If she'd known then what she knew now, at 27, Jill was masquerading as a high school senior to find the truth about her sister's death. She was also causing quite a commotion, snubbing the cheerleaders, hanging out with jocks, and giving her civics teacher the fright of his life. Poor Doug Lacao, who had no idea of knowing that his provocate, attractive pupil wasn't a teenager. Jean meant to tell Doug, but she couldn't resist having a little fun with him first. Provocative. I can't talk today either. So anyways, this will be lot 40 in the romance section, and we're still at 10 books for 20 cents each, which equals $2. $2 for 10 books is such a great deal. So here we go. Book number 1. Book number 2 is Of Gats and Kings. This is by Beverly Sommers too. This is a Harlequin American Romance 216, and this is a 1987. This is what this book looks like, and this is what it's about. Some people go out on a limb for love. Joss Rafferty went out on a ledge, Harry's window ledge, in order to meet her idol, creator of New York's favorite comic strip. The only problem with this touching portrait of devoted fandom was that cartoonists didn't have groupies, which meant that Harry was attracted to a woman who was probably crazy, not smitten. Master of disguise and surveillance ace, Joss Rafferty faced her toughest foe ever, Harry Keyes, suspected of gratuitous, rambling, rousing, was clever masquerading as mild-mannered cartoonist and all-around nice guy, but not to worry, Joss always got her man. So there's book number 2. Book number 3, We Give Thanks, and this is by Linda Randall Wisdom. It's a 1988 copyright, and it's Harlequin American Romance 250. This is what the book looks like. This is what it's about. It was a day she'd never forget. Sarah Murdoch was pumping gas in Henderson, North Carolina, when she heard about a new preacher. He was reputed to be a quiet, thoughtful man. His name was Jess Larkin. That evening, Sarah walked around the hillside town, the town that had been her home in name only. She watched the people who had never accepted her as one of their own when she returned 15 years ago with her infant son. Then she went home and looked at the boy and saw the heart-wrenching smile and stubborn pride, timid and haired from the father he never knew. How would Sarah cope when everyone discovered the truth about Tim's parentage? That sounds like an interesting book. Then we have book number 4. And look, it's got a little candy cane. So this could be like a Christmas book. This one here is Giftwrapped Ad by Muriel Jensen. It is Harlequin American Romance 756, and it is a 1998. It's got some people's initials in it that read it. What it looks like, and this is what it's about. Dear Santa, please send a doll for Janie, a train for Mikey, a man for Mommy. Yours truly, Janie and Mikey Cummings. The last thing Maribeth Cummings wanted was a man, but resisting tall, dark, and handsome Joe Carpenter wasn't easy. The sexy brown-haired stranger had come to her Beacon Bluff, Oregon, bed and breakfast for the holidays, and then charmed her children into thinking he was Santa's gift to women. Funny thing he was. He almost had her believing it too, but Joe wouldn't settle for almost. That sounds interesting. So then we have book number 5. Aw. This one here is called A Wedding for Baby by Laura Marie Atom. So you say your last name. Altom, sorry. Copyright 2009. Harlequin American Romance 1276. It's got one initial in there. What the book looks like, and this is what it's about. Will there be a wedding in the family after all? It's been 6 months since Gabby Craig's boyfriend left her high and dry and pregnant, but she can't get away from his eccentric, though well-meaning family. And now Dane Boselli, handsome, responsible Judge Dane Boselli, has offered to be her Lamaze partner. Dane knows it's taboo to fall in love with his kid brother's girlfriend, and he does his best to keep her at arm's length, even though it's been a bit difficult as her birth coach. But when Gabby is put on bed rest, he does the only honorable thing: he moves in. Are Gabby's hormones in overdrive, or is she losing her heart to the brother of her baby's daddy? The more she gets to know this upright, irresistible man, the more she's certain that Denny's exactly the father her baby needs. Aww. That sounds like a good book, too. Okay, and then we have book number 6. This one here is called Good Husband Material by Kara Lennox. It's Harlequin American Romance 1195, and this is a 2008. It's got one mark right there. That's what it looks like, and this is what it's about. Having his baby 25 years later, it starts when Natalie Briggs ran into her ex-husband Josh as they're at their high school reunion. A romantic dance leads to a kiss leads to a blissful night of lovemaking. Then Natalie gets shocking news she's finally going to have Josh's baby. 25 years later, 25 years better late than never. Her adopted daughter is excited about becoming a big sister. Josh's teenage son don't know what to think, and her former mother-in-law is full of maternal advice before Natalie even gives birth. Starting a family was what Josh and Natalie always wanted, but then Natalie couldn't conceive. Their marriage unraveled, and now that they've been given a miraculous second chance, life has gotten more complicated. Will the second time around be sweeter? That's that book. The next book we have is book number 7. This one is called The Holiday Triplets by Jacqueline Diamond. It's a Harlequin Romance, American Romance 1335. And the copyright's 2010. This is what the book looks like. It's a little mark there. And this is what it's about. A Christmas Miracle in Triplicate. Mark Rayburn always admires Samantha Forrest's fierce dedication, even if it often caused heated disagreements between the two doctors, but making lifetime commitments to 3 babies without a moment's thought. Unbelievable even for Sam. None of her professional pediatric experience would prepare her for real motherhood. Mark knows Sam is in over his head. Though he thought he swore off fatherhood years ago, Mark steps in to help Sam and quickly falls in love with the adorable triplets. The former rivals make a great team, and soon Sam and Mark are giving off enough sparks to keep the whole town lit up through New Year's Eve. But when Sam's impulsive nature puts both their careers on the line, they find themselves fighting again. Only this time they're on the same side. So this is what the book looks like. Oh, I showed it already. These books here are like a lot. You know, they don't have as much writing as the other ones. So I was pretty impressed with that. So there's number 7. And then we have number 8. A Baby in the Bunkhouse by Cathy, Gillen, Thacker. Copyright 2008. And this is Harlequin American Romance 1237. This is what this looks like. Yep, see there's only like, maybe these couple of these only been read like one time. And then here's what it's about. The Cowboy and the Baby. When Rafferty Evans goes out in the pouring November rain to help a lost horse find his way off his land. The rancher doesn't expect to return with an expectant mom. J.C. Lambert isn't just pregnant, she's about to give birth. 5 hungry cowboys looking for a home-cooked meal isn't what Lacey imagined when she set out for the Texas Hill Country. Neither is having a baby delivered by Rafferty, a handsome widower who offered her shelter from the storm. With a luring cook in the kitchen, a irresistible infant in the bunkhouse, it's beginning to feel more like Christmas on the ranch. But mother and daughter have to move on eventually, and if they do, Rafferty knows his fragile heart will break all over again unless Rafferty can convince Lacey there's only one thing her new family is lacking: him. Oh, that sounds sweet. So and this is Texas, it says on the bottom. It's cute. Okay, and then we have number 9. This one here is Duke Deputy Cowboy by Denny Fox. This is Harlequin American Romance 1417, and this is a 2012. Get some initials up there. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's about. His heart is on the line. Deputy Sheriff and aspiring rodeo star Dylan Duke Adams has his hands full with the recent string of burglaries in Roundup, Montana, especially when a thief strikes at his family's ranch. Duke is trying to focus on the case, but he can't stop thinking about a different kind of thief, a petite blonde who just stole his heart. Angie Barrington can't stand the rodeo, though she's seen plenty of abused rodeo animals at her rescue ranch. For Angie, it runs even deeper. No matter how kind and compassionate Duke is, at the end of the day, he's still a cowboy, right? When Duke makes it to national finals, he finally has a chance to bring prestige and much-needed money to the Thunder Ranch. But if competing means losing the woman of his dreams, how can he ever win? Always the choices, huh? So there's a good book. It looks good. Get a doggy. Okay, so then we have the last but not least, book number 10. This one here is called Guardian Angel by Cathy, Gillen, Thacker. It is Harlequin American Romance 233, and this is in 1988. This is what the book looks like. And this is what it's about. Someone was watching over her. His name was Jason O'Leary, and he was going to be the father of her baby. The arrangement sounded crazy, but it was really very simple. Carly's would bring up the child she'd always wanted, while Jason, who lived nearby in Dallas, would act as advisor, protector, and emotional support for her and her baby. But when Carly's became pregnant, a simple arrangement suddenly turned complex, for her impending motherhood brought Jason closer than she'd expected and up close. Carly couldn't help noticing that her guardian angel was made of flesh and blood. Looks like it has a little bit of water right here, like something spilled on it. I noticed that when I flipped through it. So anyways, this is book number 10. And if you're interested in this, all my information is in the description below. You can contact me through Minda's Bookstore and more on Facebook, or you can email me at Tammy's, with an S at the end of Tammy, makeuptreats@gmail.com. And just tell me lot 40, and it'll be yours. I posted in my Etsy, and you can click on a link that I will email you back and purchase it. It's real simple. So anyways, thank you guys for spending your time with me on my channel, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Mwah.